Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to day 5. Can you believe it that we've gone through 5 days already of self-care for a stronger, calmer you? And today, what we're going to be talking about is flipping your mindset. Have you ever noticed how two people can experience exactly the same thing and they respond to it completely differently? Have you thought of why that is? Well, today we're going to talk about just that. So, what have we experienced so far today? You can see we're on day 5, right at the bottom. Day 1, we talked about letting go of stress, and we had a look at how to identify your stress triggers. We identified 3 common stress triggers to help you get going to identify your stress triggers, and then what to do to help you calm down and refocus so that you can carry on without that stress, burdening you down. Day 2, we looked at movement for mind and body, and it had nothing to do with going to the gym every day for 2 hours, walking for 30 minutes at a fast pace and keeping your heart rate up. What it had to do with was to be mindful of how long you're sitting at your desk in front of the TV, being inactive, because that is so unhealthy for you, both physically and mentally. And what are short, quick 2 to 3 minute things that you can do just to move and to help you break that monotony of sitting for so long. So that's what we worked on. Day 3, we looked at self-care matters, basically little things that you can do to pamper yourself that are not complicated, and they don't feel like a chore, and it doesn't take up too much time, So we looked at that. And then day 4, we talked about gratitude and how and why gratitude is an act of self-care, because gratitude is all about being thankful and appreciating the things that you have and shifting your focus to what you have and away from what you don't have, which then gives you focus on abundance. So today we're going to look at flipping mindset. And I think that this is possibly the most important of all of the discussions that we've had this week, because most things in life start with your mindset, right? So all the content, the replays, the copies of the slides, the little workbooks that are created for each day are all available in our exclusive VIP Facebook group. And I'm going to show you how to join that and share all of that later on. So let's get cracking about flipping your mindset. Here is a QR code that you can scan to join the Facebook group. I'm also going to tell you a bit later on all about this prize draw that I'm having to win 12 weeks of free life coaching with myself, which is 30 minutes a week, one-on-one coaching, where you can either choose to hop onto my Change Navigator course, or you can, look at what your specific needs are. If you're not going through change and you need something else, let's have a chat and then build a coaching program around your needs. So here's the key quote for today. And this is why I really, really believe that mindset is so important. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And this was a famous saying by Dr. Wayne Dyer. I'm sure that you've heard it before, but has it really, really sunk in? When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So day 5 is all about flipping your mindset. And let's get cracking. It's Friday. I don't want to keep you for too long. Why is flipping your mindset an act of self-care, you ask? Because when we learn to shift our perspective, we empower ourselves to see possibilities, to focus on opportunities that are crossing our paths, and to find solutions for challenges. We shift our focus to those things rather than focusing on the obstacles and the limitations. And what does this do for us? It helps us grow as individuals. It helps us to manage our stress better. It's good for our mental health, particularly. So this is why mindset is an act of self-care. So your thoughts shape your emotions, your actions, and overall well-being. So a negative mindset can actually drain all your energy, increase your stress, and it will make small problems feel absolutely overwhelming. You know, like that making a mountain out of a molehill story, it actually does happen. And a lot of that is sitting all here in your head. It's not real. So this is why mindset is so important. And that has a direct influence on your physical well-being as well as your mental health. A growth mindset, on the other hand, helps you to stay resilient, become adaptable to change, and it gives you a feeling of being empowered. You know, you're more confident, you make decisions better, etc. So it makes so much sense to rather cultivate a growth mindset. So think of your mindset as a lens. When your lens is cloudy with negativity, everything looks harder. And when you flip that lens and choose a new perspective, then suddenly all you can see is the possibilities where there were only problems before. So that is precisely what it means to flip your mindset. It's like a switch that you switch, you know, and the penny drops and you suddenly you see things differently. You know, like I don't know if you've seen those pictures where there's all those rooftops and it says, "Oh, I bet you can't find the cat." And then when you find the cat, you can't unsee the cat. That is how flipping your mindset is. Once you flip that switch, it's very difficult to go back to your original mindset. So share with us. In the chat, drop an emoji if you've ever had a moment where shifting your mindset completely changed how you felt about it, a situation that you were in. I've definitely had it before. And often when it's happened to me, it's taken, you know, chatting with a friend or, you know, just sharing how I felt with somebody. And they said to me, "Hey, Cara, have you thought about it this way?" And it was like, oh, wow, you know, penny drop. I didn't even think of that. So if something is troubling you and you're not finding a solution, sometimes talking to a friend can help you flip that switch and to change your mindset immediately. Okay, so there is some science behind this, and I'm not going to bore you with the science. You can read it in the slides later. But basically, to flip your mindset and to follow some basic reframing of thoughts, you know, taking negative thoughts and writing it in a positive manner or thinking about it in a positive manner, it actually has physical and mental benefits. And it's been proven by science. Neuroplasticity is one of the most amazing things where your brain can actually rewire itself and learn new things no matter how old you are. So even if you're like my age and older, you can still learn to do new things. You can forge a new habit to create a positive mindset. Okay, so here's an example. Imagine being stuck in traffic and you can either say, "Oh, I hate this. I'm wasting my time being stuck in traffic." And you can get annoyed by all the traffic around you. Or you can say, "Yay, I have some extra time to listen to my favorite podcast or your favorite music." And I used to love traffic because sitting in traffic because it was the only time that I was alone and I could listen to my music or listen to podcasts. I come from a busy home. I've got 4 boys, and you know, it's just everything was always busy around me. And sitting in my car in traffic gave me that bit of extra time to do my own thing. So this is a classic example of how you can flip your mindset. So here are 3 quick mindset flips. The one is to say, instead of saying I have to do something, change it to I get to. And I'm sure you've heard this before, because this shifts your mind from obligation to opportunity. Makes sense, doesn't it? Mindset flip 2 is, why is this happening to me? Change it to What is it teaching me? When you're going through difficult things, it's always teaching you a lesson. Rather look for the lesson instead of feeling sorry for yourself and playing the victim. Mindset flip 3 is, I'll be happy when. This one is very common with a lot of people. Instead of saying, I'll be happy when I've made $1 million, say, I choose to be happy now, regardless of how much money I have in my bank account. So instead of waiting for external factors to influence your happiness and your life, start practice gratitude and joy today. Focus on what you have, because we all have blessings in our life, even if our life is difficult right now. So quick mindset reset exercise. Try this 5-minute exercise to flip your mindset. Number 1 is write down a limiting belief or a negative thought you've had recently. Then number 2, ask yourself and be 100% honest. Is it 100% true? Or is it just a perspective or something that my mind has made up for me? And then 3 is reframe it, rewrite it into an empowering statement. So an example is, I'm not good enough to try something new. This is an example of how to rewrite it into an empowering statement. You say, change that to, I'm learning and growing every day, and every expert was once a beginner. Isn't that so true? So take 30 seconds to do it now and start practicing. When you catch yourself with that negative thought or, the self-doubt, start practicing and making it a habit now to say, oh, stop it, hang on, let's reframe that into something positive. Okay, so in closing, it is the closing of the 5 days. Congratulations that you've made it this far. You've completed 5 days of self-care for a stronger, calmer you. However, this is just the start. I wanted to create an awareness of how important self-care is, and that it doesn't need to be something that takes up too much of your time. It can be something that takes 2 to 3 minutes here and there during your day that you can easily build into your day. And consistency will get you huge results from a physical and a mental perspective. So prize draw, yes, you've heard me say already that I'm giving away 12 weeks of one-on-one coaching to one of you. And what I want you to do, and I'm going to give you a week to do this, okay? So anyone out there who's interested in joining our journey of self-care in 2025, please join our Facebook group. It's the 5-day online self-care challenge. That's what it's called. It's a group. Send a request to join it. And what we're going to do is we're going to share some information, tips, encourage you on your self-care journey. Start making yourself a priority in 2025, no matter how much stress you're under, no matter how much you've got on your plate. You cannot give from an empty cup. You cannot help someone if you've got nothing more to give, if you've got no energy left. So that's why it's so important to look after you. So join our Facebook group. All the workbooks are there, the replays for all 5 days. It really, really, really is something that you can do. And I'd like to encourage you to do it. So if all you have to do is join the Facebook group, and you'll automatically be included in the draw. And next Friday at the same time, so that's the 7th of February at 7:30 p.m. South African Standard Time, I'm going to go live again, and I'm going to do a draw, and everyone who's in that group will be put into that draw. So tell all your friends about it. I really do feel that this is something that's going to add value to your life, and we're going to be there for each other. It's going to be a circle of encouragement, collaboration, where we all, share our journey of self-care for 2025. Here again, if you prefer to scan the QR code, there it is. That is for the Facebook group, and this is what you can win. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to join me, to watch my videos, to join our group, to download the documents. Please, this is here to add value for you, to help you to become a better person. And I hope to be able to chat to you and get to know you guys much better in the group. So please join us, and I will see you next Friday for the prize draw. Thanks and have an amazing weekend. Bye.